Touchdown. No ordinary victory, though. Randolph's 41st consecutive win, establishing a New Jersey record. These guys deserve our plaque and a whole lot more.
You just get used to winning, and that's all you want to do. We don't even think about losing. We think if we work hard, we'll win.
Ready! I'm pleased with it, you know. For me, being in the twilight of my career, I'm happy about it.
Sure.
I said to the Lord, what the hell, this is a good time to lay it on me.
What a great line. Coach Bauer in his 25th year at Randolph. Super guy.
And now, after a quick change in central casting, Mike Quick returns as Sergeant Joe Friday in search of New Jersey's longest winning streak. On a Friday night, of course, he found all the facts.
Dun, dun, dun. It's Friday night, and I'm Sergeant Joe Friday, and they wouldn't let me use that song. October 10th, 1986. Seton Hall Prep scores a late touchdown, adds the extra point, and beats Randolph 14-13. Just 1 week later, 7 days to be exact, Randolph beats Morristown. Little did people know, that was the start of something big.
I don't think anybody in their wildest dreams ever figured that they would accomplish winning as many football games as they have. Randolph kids, their football teams always have been a good group of kids who really have always worked hard.
Example, 4 consecutive state titles. Summit in 86. West Morris in 87. 1 year later, Nutley was victimized. Last year, Morris Hills made the list. Friday, October 5th, 1:05 p.m. We need some answers. We find Coach John Bauer in his office and ask the big question.
Coach, in the past 4 years, has there ever been a game where there was almost a defeat?
Oh, I think there's been about 10 games somewhere in that neighborhood. You could take even last year's game with Morris Hills. They were 10-0 coming into our game, and they scored the first touchdown. We've had 3 games with Morris Knowles alone, 7-6, 14-7, and 21-19 this past year. We had a game at Nutley that they still talk about.
1:35 p.m. The halls are empty. Report of noise coming from the gymnasium. We check it out and find the school's first ever football pep rally. Just innocent fun. At 2:10 p.m. Pep rally ends. Students head in various directions. 30 minutes later, we find players gathering at a friend's house. Just 4.5 hours before kickoff, players seem calm.
We have to win this game, and, you know, we're just going to do our best to do it.
Any nerves?
No, right about now, come about half an hour before the game, I guess we will.
4:20 p.m. Back at school. Players begin preparation inside locker room. Atmosphere loose.
Usually at this point, you're trying to focus in on what you're thinking about doing for tonight. So you really can't get involved in that kind of business. Try not to get distracted by too many things.
4:58 p.m. 2.5 hours before kickoff. Bleachers are empty, except for these young ladies. Why so early, miss?
We're good fans and we want to see the team practice because they're really good and just to get good seats.
5:05 p.m. Pre-game warm-ups. The Rams look sharp.
Ready! Time!
6:40 p.m. East Orange, tonight's opponent, arrives later than expected. 7:15 p.m. Coach Bauer's final instructions.
We meet this game as a base for our drive for the Iron Championship. That's what it represents.
7:20 p.m. This stadium seats 6,000. They're expecting upwards of 10,000. Where am I going to sit?
7:23 p.m. The Rams leave the locker room and make their way onto the field. – 7:32 p.m. The opening kickoff. The half belong to Randolph. After 24 minutes, Justin Malinchek's 3 touchdowns give the Rams a nice halftime cushion. In the second half, Randolph continues to flex its muscles.
Bro, play action once again. Going for 6, and he's got it to Sheev.
What a beautiful ball.
Coach John Bauer's Rams have done it. The streak is theirs.
I don't even know what it feels like yet. It still hasn't sunk in. But tonight I'll know what it feels like. I'm sitting around, but right now it just feels like another football game with a lot of people here.
Now we can concentrate on the rest of our season, and the hoopla should be over with for now.
Bauer, I'd like to present you with the game ball. Congratulations on your record.
And now, reluctantly, I welcome Mike Quick into the studio. Mike, as usually, there's a story behind the story.
Yeah, Coach John Bauer's in and out of the hospital for dialysis treatment. It's brought on because of hypertension and diabetes. But Coach Bauer's in an interesting situation. As long as this winning streak wants to go on, he doesn't want the doctors to say you're done because his son would be in line to take over his job, and he doesn't want to put the burden of having to possibly lose that first game on his son. So it's a tough spot.
Good for him, man. A fun story. As for that impersonation Jack Webb is turning over in his grave, and we'll pick up with some football stuff as we continue on High School Sports Week in a moment.